Gather round, friends new and old, and welcome to the Pow Wow Podcast, an abbreviated one. I am one of your hosts, Philip.
And I am David. Welcome.
Welcome back. It is a lovely winter wonderland aftermath from the holidays. How were your holidays, Hoffman? Let's get this out of the way.
Good. Very good. Just nice, calm, quiet time with the fam. Yeah. I enjoyed it very much. And how about you?
Yeah, it was a very good one. Each and every year as I grow up, I get to be more and more enamored with the gathering around, getting everybody in the holiday group together again, and actually appreciating and enjoying and looking forward to that. And this year was certainly a case of that, more so than the gifts. The gifts are fine, but
Did you get any nice gifts?
Did I get any nice gifts? Immediately what pops off in my head is like the one gift I did not like. So I'm trying to avoid that. But
was it a dragon emblazoned book?
No. It was this. Somebody got me this dragon emblazoned sheet.
Apron?
Apron, yes. Thank you, God. Why could I not think of the word apron?
Wow.
Yeah.
What a jack.
No, I'm kidding. No, actually, ironically, though, somebody did give me a robe, a bathrobe. I only know
What's
one
wrong with
person.
that?
I'm not a bathrobe guy. I do all my business in the bathroom.
You're not a bathrobe guy until you're a bathrobe guy.
No, I go in the bathroom clothed and I come out clothed. I'm fine. I don't need a bathrobe. But I did get a lot of thoughtful gifts this year. And I got more candles. This year I got more candles than ever. I got more than ever. I had zero before. So
you have been touting candles on the podcast. So
I have been. This is very
evidently
exciting.
A lot of people have been listening.
Yeah, no, I have now 4 candles to access throughout the rest of the year. Some of them even crackle. It's absolutely astounding. I love candles. I finally ran out of my old candle that I wasn't in love with, but now I have 4 candles. So anyways, yes, I got some good gifts. I got some very good gifts. Yourself, did you get anything? I see that you're wearing a gift that you showed me earlier.
Yeah, I got a Los Angeles Rams hoodie. It's so comfortable. Oh my God. It's like one of those really like nice, good quality hoodies, and it's soft.
It's not silk big. like your
no,
pillowcases?
It's not silk or polyester like those wonderful pillowcases that you got me.
Yes.
No, it's very nice. It's like one of those fancy ones. Like it's probably a little bit more. I don't know how much it was paid for it, and I shouldn't know, but it's good quality, and I appreciate that. It's like it's not gonna wear down too quickly. And I got a cap as well, and I got a new flannel. I got this one flannel like a couple months ago for myself, and I love it so much, and so my mom got me another one, which I'm very, very pleased with. I've been enjoying my flannels recently. So if anyone wants to get me a gift, a flannel or a car, either one,
you'll be equally as happy for either, right?
Exactly. I'm not picky or anything.
No. So we come to you, the audience. We come to you a bit tired, a bit hungover from the holidays. Not like it was too extraneous, but it felt like so. Let's go back. We actually, you and me, David, we had planned on taking a week off. That's why we recorded a week early. That's why we're doing it.
Yeah,
and it was a beautiful thought, but in actuality,
it almost worked.
Almost. It was so close. But in actuality, all that ever really happened was that we would get 2, maybe 3 days off here or there, and then have to make up for that time lost in the next episode because of how it all came together.
What happened was we were supposed to get a week off, but then our guests for our 4th week of Christmas, well, one of them got COVID. And so, which I'm sure you heard on last week's episode already, so you already know this. But that sort of delayed that by a week, and so we ended up having to record last week, which we had no intention of doing. And then, I mean, overall, all that really happened was, we would record 1 week, and instead of editing the videos for that week, as soon as we recorded, which would have eventually given me a week off, all I ended up doing was procrastinating for a week. And so I
Yes.
never actually ended up getting, this is just who I am. So I definitely should have seen that coming. And perhaps you should have too. And we should
Yes.
have just never attempted this whole 2 weeks ahead thing. It doesn't work for us. I'm sure for a lot of professional podcasters, it works very well. They give themselves a nice buffer, but they also have, a whole studio, like an entertainment company
Studios,
backing them, like I know like
studios, producers, everything to like help make the routine go. Yeah.
one of the podcasts I listen to the most consistently is the Office Ladies podcast, and they
Yes.
are like 4 weeks ahead of when they release their episodes. But you know what? That's they're recording with Earwolf. Like they have a whole studio behind them. We do all our work ourselves, so we we just need to do it what's best for us.
So, with that in mind, what we are going to do is this. Today, we have an abbreviated episode for you, the audience. We are going to be doing this, a main topic, as well as a That Slaps. David was very insistent upon that we have a That
Yeah,
Slaps. And I
I
can't
mean
say
we've never skipped that slaps, have we?
yes, we have.
Except
Went back,
maybe
well, again, in these
when we
mini
when we
shows.
did when you had your vacation, right?
And wait, when you had your vacation as well, don't just put that on me. When you had your vacation as well, we did not
Did I take a
have a That Slaps.
vacation?
The Hoff is off. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, you
yeah,
did.
that's true. That's true.
Yes. So
All right, let's do it.
we will be bringing you a main topic as well as That Slaps. Let's get right to it.
We trialed this concept in an episode last week where we gave out a couple of Christmas related awards, or not so Christmas related awards, but general stuff. Now we're doing a year in review. It's our final episode of the year, doing a year in review for powwow specific things. We wanted to give out a few awards just in reflection of the year that we've had, the very successful year that we've had. We've been so diligent. We've put out so much material. We hope you guys have enjoyed it, and we just want to send out a few thank yous of sorts. But we're going to be giving out those thank yous in the form of awards. And the first category, I will let you present. Phil, go ahead.
And unlike the Oscar, well, I guess even within the Oscars, but let's be honest, everybody wants to win. But especially for this, a nomination alone is an achievement.
It is very prestigious.
Very. Oh my God. I hear that this will be the new resume tool under accolades. Anyways, best new game format. So, of course, since this is the first year, let's explain a little bit. Best new game format. So that this is going to be talking about, especially now and then in years to come. This will probably mean the most this year, actually. But
yeah.
Since all the games we introduced are new, so I mean, going forward, maybe we'll reuse games. Maybe we won't.
What do you mean, maybe?
Okay, we probably will.
I certainly will. I mean, there's some classics that we have to reuse,
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, some
that
of
are very
these
good.
being very pertinent.
But all of them are on the table here since they were all introduced this year. So any and all games that we played with a guest this year are on the table for a nomination here. So best new game format that we utilized this year. The nominees are Impressions. Of course, we played this with Cole. It was a game where we would give a scenario, give a celebrity, you name it, and we gave our own impressions of either that scenario.
It was
or
kind of a "what would this sound like" game.
Absolutely.
Or do your best impersonation of this, because that was my thing. Like I played quotes from movies, and you guys had to recreate those as best you could.
Yes, absolutely. The next one was Create a Scene. This was played with Jamie and CJ on the Drink Wine Spill Tea episode where we interviewed them. They were gracious enough to come on and continue on with the game. And we created a scene. And for your impersonation of Shrek alone, Hoffman, this gets that nomination. It was quite good. And I had to include this in the nominees when looking back fondly upon games that made an impression for me. What were your nominees?
Yeah, I wanted to nominate the matching game just because it was so hilarious when we actually played it with David Sampson. When the first time he came on as a guest, we played a matching game. And like the game itself was fairly simple, but I just remember that being some of the biggest laughs we've had
Now remind the folks listening who may have missed that episode. It was you have one column.
One column of a list of things, and you had to match them with a second column of things, right? So
Right.
mine was just foods and the country that they came from, and you
That's right.
guys just collectively, you and David Sampson butchered it
I
big
think
time.
I won with one correct
You,
answer.
yeah,
Something
David
like
got
that.
0 and you got 1. It was something.
All right, and then your
And then
last
the
nominee.
last of all, very creative game that you came up with. It was called Identify the Defendant, and and your idea, you had found celebrities who had committed crimes,
Yes.
and you listed the charges that were put like laid against them or whatever, and we had to figure out who it was. And then my addition, which I had misunderstood, is really what deserves the nomination here. Was no offense, I had made up crimes for certain celebrities based on the careers that they've had
Yes.
and whatnot. Yeah, for example, I think Tom Holland stealing roles from fine American actors,
Yes.
something like that. So and then we had to guess who I was talking about, and I thought that was a fun game as well. So those are the nominations. Congratulations to all.
Yes, thank you all for participating. You're all wonderful games in our opinion, but these are just some of the more deserving of them. And the winner is Impressions with Cole. I think we can both agree that we both fondly
Yeah.
look back and remember this game and this moment, and it's some of the best gameplay, certainly, that we had from all parties involved. Just
Yeah.
one of the better awards given out this year. So, way to go, Impressions! Way to go, Cole! Thank you so much for helping us in creating such a picture perfect moment. All right, our next category, David.
All right. Next category is Best That Slaps. And special
Mm.
shout out to Jake Corlang, the godfather of That Slaps. We love
Yes.
you. Yeah, this is kind of a must-do award. We had to give out a Best That Slaps. And I'm surprised that amongst these nominations, there are no
Blurred lines.
films.
Oh.
No, that was very deliberate, at least on my part. No, I think that there's a huge mix of stuff in the That Slaps playlist and the That Slaps
Yeah.
movie list. It's very varied. It's kind of delightfully all over the place. But some That Slaps selections are more in the spirit of That Slaps than others. Both of us have gone in different directions each and every week, but the true spirit of That Slaps was always supposed to be, this is something that I don't think you've heard or don't think you listen to very often, and I think you should check it out at least listen to it again. Now the nominations are
Rasputin by Boney M. And Life of the Party by Small Pools.
And we go Life of the Party to Late to the Party by M.A. and Crime of Passion by Tim Atlas.
Again,
Now,
all these being songs.
Yeah, all of these are songs. I think that there are some movies that can feel a little hard done by, for not getting a nomination. But that being said, we chose a winner here that I really think fit that as I was saying earlier, the true spirit of That Slaps. MA is a very up and coming artist. Late to the Party is our winner for That Slaps of the year, best That Slaps of the year. Late to the Party, she's an up and coming artist. She was like placed third in Chinese Idol or something several years ago. She lives in New York and she's doing fairly well now, but almost certain you haven't heard the song. And you should definitely check it out. Late to the Party by MA. It's kind of a jam.
MA, you may have lost Chinese Idol, but we are pronouncing you our winner.
Exactly. Congratulations. You've made it.
By the way, MA is spelled EMEI.
Yes.
EMEI. So
Yeah.
whenever you're going to look that up, enjoy. The next category, Best Episode, a very prestigious award for all the
Yes. Yeah.
episodes. Of course, now we're nearing up on our year anniversary, so there's certainly a lot to choose from. Nearing up on our 50th episode. More on that to come. But
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
Best Episodes nominees are Creeping It Real. This, of course, is the episode where we talked about our fears. It was a Halloween-based episode, and I found it to be quite fun. A lot of fun to make, as well as a lot of fun to actually do when we. So I guess make in the form of prepare, and then do when we actually put it forth. I thought that the game aspect of it was fine. Our mini segments and everything from start to end was quite good on this episode. And then 1P and 2 Pods. Of course, we interviewed the Drink Wine Spill Tea podcast, and it was very nice to have a conversation, not just an interview, but a conversation about podcasting, the hardships. It was cool to come at an interview from a place of knowing, as opposed to we've had some interviews in the past where we're trying to learn something from them, trying to incorporate and get information from them, learn more about them. This was something where we obviously have some knowledge to the extent of podcasting, but of course the hardships are different for each and every crew. And we of course had a lot of fun with them, continuing with us to the game from beginning to end. I thought it was a good episode. David, your nominees.
Absolutely agree there. My nominees are Campfire Christmas, last week's episode. It was Christmassy. It was a lot of fun. We got to open each other's gifts, and we had Bella and Cole on as guests, which was an absolute hoot. We love them both. I felt it was important to have two people on for our final Christmas episode. Two people on whom we both know and are good friends with, and they certainly delivered on that. So thank you to them. They were a big part of
Gracias.
making that episode special. And who are you wearing? Now, this was our celebrity episode, which was, again, a lot of fun to prepare for, a lot of fun to do. We talked about our celebrity crushes, our celebrity doppelgangers, Taylor Lautner, if you recall. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and ever since then, people have been stopping Taylor Lautner on the street and going, you really look like Philip Amrine.
Yes, I'm sure he gets that all the time now. And
Yeah.
forgive me, is this the one where we brought Cole on to do the impressions
I
game that won
believe it
already?
is. Yeah.
I believe it is, yes.
Yeah.
So, all right. That all being said, there has to be one winner. David, who won the best episode of the year?
The winner was 1P and 2 Pods. I was drunk. It was a hoot. We had a load of fun. And
Yes.
and we had at one point we had 5 people
Yes.
on the
Our
podcast,
biggest
which was
episode.
our
Yes.
biggest episode. Yeah, it was great. It was great. So congratulations to 1P and 2 Pods.
All right. Next week, we go to the other side of the spectrum.
Yeah, the other side of the spectrum. Worst episode. Now, we disagreed on a lot of these points, but let's just start out. Go on. Worst episode nominations.
Yes, one of my nominees, State Our Opinion. Of course, the one where we have a discussion about the variability and the eligibility of Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I mean, look, you hated this episode, I guess. I didn't hate it. I thought we raised some valid points. We kept it fairly factual, and we kept ourselves removed from the argument in the sense that we just sort of presenting the facts. This was our opinion on the matter, and that's it. We got some hate on social media for it from someone who definitely didn't listen to the episode, for sure, because if they had, they would have realized that we weren't getting involved, just sort of giving some information that not a lot of people know. My nominations here are Too Soon Bro, where we talked about Ted Cruz and what makes things too soon, which was one of our earlier episodes. And even earlier than that, January Blues, February 2s, our infamous second episode where we talked about seasonal depression. So that one was not great either.
And my second and last nominee here is the Oscar Spectacular. How do we phrase this?
Super self-indulgent.
Incredibly self-indulgent, just going down the list of, at the time, the 2021 Oscar-nominated films. in every single
nominated
category. Yeah.
category. It was too much. It was too
It,
much.
yes. We've learned
But
our lesson and we'll do it
look,
again
I
this
had
next
a
year.
hoot. I had good fun. I
No,
enjoyed it.
we had a lot of fun. It's not.
Yeah.
I have to whenever I come up with these nominees. I can't think about just us. I have to think about the people, the audience, the crowd,
Right.
and I can't imagine a scenario where Oscar Spectacular is. It takes a very small niche crowd to enjoy that
Yeah.
episode. That I
Now,
don't think is
we learned
our
our
audience.
lesson. We learned our
Yeah.
lesson. Next year, we're
Yes.
going to keep it more concise. We're going to keep it to the main categories.
We learned our lesson. We're going to do it again, but we learned our lesson.
We're going to do it better.
We're
going to
do
it better.
So I think the overarching theme of this category was lack of fun. That was, if I had to think about like a qualifying factor to make it onto this list, it didn't have fun as the primary focus of the episode. That would be my thought process on how we avoid having contenders next year, even though I'm sure there will be. So lack of fun.
What was a snub? Okay, before I let you announce the winner,
yes,
but you know what was
ahead.
a snub for best episode? Was the cartoon, the Powwow Prestige Awards for children's cartoons. That one was fun.
That one was
good fun. And we got the audience involved. That was fun. Okay,
that was very fun.
And the winner for worst episode is
the Oscar Spectacular. We knew that it just, my case for this to be the worst one that I think inevitably won. It not only, it lacks some elements of other podcasts where you take away that we did not have a once more because of how much we wanted to get every category in there. I don't believe that it will age fairly well. Granted that it not only doesn't even tell you the winners going forward, it's about our opinion on who wins, and in the end, Nomadland won anyway. So it's not like
which we
got
were
what
so
we wanted.
Sure it wouldn't.
Yeah, we were like, this is the one that will definitely not win. And so it's a depressing episode whenever you think about how deflated we were.
Do you remember the week after that, we literally took a break. We recorded a 2-minute, like, quick that slaps.
Yeah.
And that was it. That's all we did the week after that. We were just like deflated. We were like, let's just take a week off. We'll record a quick little thing and then we'll come back the next week. So yeah, I mean, I still think the seasonal depression episode was worse, but moving on, our last award, this one's kind of a biggie, and it's kind of we want to make sure everyone knows that everyone is deserving of this award, but we
in their own
we don't want to play favorites.
We
don't want to play favorites, but we're totally going to play favorites. This is best guest.
We were only limited to 4. There actually are a couple. Yeah. I mean, we've literally
we had to take away nominees to only have 4. Yeah.
So and that's for both of us. So there's only 4. I think both of us would argue for a third of our own list, let alone others on the list. So if you are not nominated here, that doesn't mean that you're the worst or anything else. You just for whatever reason, whatever rhyme or reason, not enough appearances, not good enough games on our end, whatever it could be. So
everyone who's on this list has been on at least twice. The ones who made the final list. Absolutely. Right. And I think the only one of them is twice. The rest of them have all been on 3 times. The nominees are
Aaron Ford, my guest. He's come on at least twice. I won't even say 3 times. And each and every time he's an absolute. I'm not sure. He's an absolute delight to come on. We always appreciate it. My second nominee would be Megan. Even though she's utterly wrong about Christmas, and even though she never comes on and talks about how good Christmas is, how much it fills people with joy, we still would like to say Megan is a nominee for this category of Best Guest. Who are your nominees, David?
My nominees are Alex Olson. He's come on 3 times so far. And he has just been a wonderful presence each time he's come on. He's the perfect balance of sort of interesting and bright and fun and also intellectual. And he sort of has a really great presence in the game section.
And even gave me an idea on a tattoo going forward. I do think that I am going to get that bookcase at some point if I ever get
like
brave
actually
enough.
Have you ever read a book?
It'll be books that are like about my life. I don't necessarily
Maybe you
need
should get a DVD case.
Jesus. Anyways.
All right. And then my last nominee is Sabrina. She's only been on twice, but she is Or has she? No, it's only been twice. And she's been a great guest, and she's definitely come through for me when other guests have canceled. And she's always a lot of fun. And obviously, she's my sister. I love her very much.
And she's a part of one of the best games that I think didn't make this year's best new game format, but I think when we retool it, I'm very excited about it. We played 21.
Was that the 21 game? Yeah.
Yes.
But we agreed next time we play it to make it 15.
Lower the score. Yes, lower the score, but I loved the game format, and she was an
fun.
absolute delight to play with. All
Yep.
right, and the winner will be announced by you, David.
The winner is Megan Montoya. She's just always a good time. And again, we love all these people who've come on. But Megan, congratulations. You are the best guest of the year. And I know Phil is he's just so angry right now. I can feel it. I can sense his I can sense how clenched he is right now. But don't worry. You are guest of the year. Congratulations, Megan Montoya. And we know Megan likes to listen. So thank you for that as well, Megan. Oh, yeah.
Even in a shortened episode, we can still make sure it slaps.
Yeah, okay. All right. Shoo, calm down. All right, my That Slaps. As I promised last week, I had a movie last week, but I decided to do something that was a little bit more, I could somehow relate to Christmas. This one is the movie. I even watched it again so that I've seen it this week. And it is, have you seen it? It's Don't Look Up on Netflix.
Oh, I haven't seen it, no. I want to.
Phil, please, you have to watch it.
I'm excited.
Clever. It is funny. It has an all-star cast. It is so current and poignant, and it just hits all the right notes, and it just makes me go oh my God, how am I living in this world? It's so cleverly written. It's brilliantly acted. There's just such great, hilarious, painful moments, and it's unique as well. So I say this movie, it slaps. Believe me, it slaps. If you haven't watched it yet, go check it out. It's on Netflix. And I watched it in the theater, actually. It's just great. And I hope for once the Academy breaks from its tradition, its kind of tradition of ignoring comedies in favor of dramas, because I honestly think as a comedy, this movie deserves some nominations.
Okay. Well, I will definitely have to check it out. It's on the list. It's on the list, as they say. My That Slaps. You're gonna hate this. I absolutely know you're gonna hate this. But once you listen to it, I implore you to listen to it. It will surprise you. The song is called "Days Are Gone," and the artist is Vin Diesel.
I mean, I don't know. I don't hate it. I have never heard it, so how could I hate it?
I thought that you would hate it just for the fact that it's Vin Diesel singing. I myself was abhorrent.
Is he a good singer?
Nobody makes it work. I don't know how this, it infuriates me that this song slaps, yet it is undeniable that it does. And had I not been forced to listen to it by a friend, I would not have actually listened to it to begin with. So I implore you, both David and the listener, give it a listen, give it a chorus, and tell me what you think. Tell me that it does not indeed slap, because I would maintain that Days Are Gone by Vin Diesel slaps.
Fantastic.
So this isn't a normal outro because, again, it's not a normal episode. Just merely wanted to say thank you so much for listening to this one. One other end of business note here that we need to say. This is a shortened episode, and we are going to be taking a week break between this and the next episode that we release. So, again, just to get through the holiday seasons, we want to wish each and every one of you a very happy new year. Hopefully you find somebody to watch the ball drop and enjoy the company of. Anything from you, Hoffman?
Yeah, don't watch anyone's balls drop.
No. I think, well, actually, that's a...
Yes, I actually have New Year's plans, believe it or not. I'm so delighted. Last year, I remember sitting on the couch with my parents. We were just trying to comfort my dog who was miserable because of all the fireworks.
Ah, yes.
It just breaks my heart. People, stop setting off fucking fireworks. What are you? fireworks are cool the first and second time you see them. From that point onwards,
I've never
how are
understood
they
the appeal.
impressive? I
I've
just
never
have such
understood the
strong
appeal.
feelings against fireworks. There's really nothing special about them. And they are so traumatizing to the wildlife and small little animals out there. So, and it pollutes the environment. So stop. Anyway, so I was sitting on my couch with my parents. It was like 12:40. I looked at my watch and I was like, oh, Happy New Year. so I do not want that again, because I do want something on New Year. So I have plans with a couple friends.
I feel like that will be me this year. I will be bringing in the new year working. I will work up until 12
Oh,
p.m.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, or I guess no, 12 a.m. technically. Anyways, whatever.
12 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah, 12 a.m. So that'll be me this year. But
Great.
I'm not. I would like you already outlined. I think this is probably something foundational that we both agree on. I don't like fireworks. 4th of July holds no interest to me, except for hot dogs. Like hot dogs. That's about it.
With mustard, right? With loads of mustard.
Stop it right now. All right. That is it. That is all this episode can possibly handle. Thank you so much for being with us this entire year. Thank you for listening to even this mini episode. And thank you for bearing with us as we just take, I would say, a well-earned, well-deserved break. Wouldn't you, Hoffman? We finally have broken our streak
I think so.
Of consistent.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We have earned it.
we fought it. We pushed it off. We'll take a week, recharge, come back to you with some more fun stuff in the new year, some more drama, some more tea, all that stuff. So thank you so much for you, the listener, listening to us. Hope your holidays are wonderful and merry. And
ta-ta. Happy New Year, Mr. Bear. Oh, what are you doing? I'm trying to sleep. Don't you know bears hibernate in the winter? Gah, get out of here.